And once again, we are proud to bring you a special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. And it is a regional championship matchup between Indian Valley and Steubenville Big Red. Big Red will receive the opening kick. Indian Valley to kick off, their kicker number 3, Daniel Miller, a senior. There's a good look at him, Coach. It is a crowded press box in St. Clairsville tonight. A lot of people here for this big game. The American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff upcoming as we get ready to start this regional championship. High kick comes down at about the 12-yard line. Hikem Edwards takes it there out to about the 23-yard line before he is updated. And that's where Steubenville Big Red will take over on offense.
Good coverage by Indian Valley. Remington Myers in on that tackle, number 32.
Smitty's brings you the first down. Coach, both teams came in averaging 32 points a game.
So pretty good offense.
Offenses are good. Defense is also good. They don't give up a lot either, about 13 points a game. And Big Red will have it 1st and 10. Hopkins as the fullback. Bozica stands at the 15-yard line as your tailback. And Phaeton Hill throws it outside to Isaac Hill, the big receiver, knocked out of bounds after a good game of about 6.5 yards on the play. And Isaac Hill, of course, the big wide receivers, had a sensational season, 6'3", 205 pounds. And there's Hill, Bozica, Hopkins, Lee Anthony Sewell, Hill, Kernahan, Huff, Harper, Marshall, Lease, and Berge. Your offensive starters for Steubenville Big Red, brought to you by West Virginia University Medicine, Reynolds Memorial Hospital. Handoff, Bozica on 2nd down, and he should have 1st down yardage, and it'll be close, but I think he has it. And now we have flag on the play, illegal shift, I believe, against Steubenville Big Red.
Yeah, I see Indian Valley's in that 3 stack. I expect Big Red to be attacking the C gap a lot, staying in their 2-back offense.
And Coach, here's a look at that Indian Valley defense. Green, Coachman, Cadgett, Parsons, Bircher, Beatty, Stephen, Myers, Bircher, Henry, and Thomas, your defensive starters for Indian Valley. So the penalty will push Big Red back to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Handoff, Bozica dives ahead across the 30-yard line. It looks like they'll spot him down just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll bring him 3rd down and about 3 for Steubenville Big Red. And Cadgett, the player we just mentioned, he's in the middle at nose tackle trying to play the leverage game. 3rd and 3. Handoff, Bozica again, and he is going to be close. But it looks like he'll be short. It'll bring up 4th down and about 1.5 foot, Coach. Decision time?
I don't think there's much decision. I think Big Red's going to go for it. You know, Coach Sakosh.
Now Indian Valley's dropped deep, and Colton Thomas, number 7, has to hurry back because Big Red's going to go for it indeed. Handoff, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. Big Red gets the 1st down out close to the 35-yard line. And Colton Thomas, number 7, he's the quarterback, defensive back for Indian Valley. He went back and didn't realize he had to be called back. And that's the one thing. If you've scouted Big Red, and I'm sure Indian Valley has, they don't punt. If they don't have to punt, if they don't believe they have to punt, they're not going to punt.
I don't think there was ever a question that they weren't going to go for it. You know, short yardage, they have enough confidence in that offensive line.
We've got a motion penalty, I believe, against Big Red. I had an opportunity to talk to both coaches this week, and Coach Filberto, the one thing that Coach Reno brought up was the fact that we're a very good team, but we can't be a great team until we take care of these penalties, especially pre-snap, penalties that you should be able to control.
You know, this Big Red team had a number of penalties last week, and it's
Xavier Falks. He breaks into the secondary at the 40, 45, 50. He's still on his feet. He's at the 30, 25-yard line, spins down to the 25, 15, 10. Ball's picked up and taken in by Ty Pierce, and they're ruling it a touchdown on the field.
My.
Touchdown, Big Red.
What an exciting way to start this football game if you're a Steubenville fan.
Mr. Reuter touchdown, and what a play by Xavier Falks. And then Ty Pierce, man on the spot, picks up the football and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. We take another look at it in the Wendy's replay.
They're running their base power play, bull in the backside guard. That when Falks gets in the open, he has that terrific speed, and they're going to have a hard time running him down. When they do, his helpers are there.
Extra point is up, and the extra point from Cole Bowers is good. We'll take another look at that replay in just a bit. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown. And Big Red has jumped on top. Right now, we're going to take a timeout. Back with more after this. Big Red has broken on top 7-0. Seven to nothing, Xavier Falks, and then he goes down to about the 15-yard line of Indian Valley, and then Ty Pierce picks it up and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Cole Bowers now to kick off for Steubenville Big Red.
As you and I talked earlier, this offensive line is so big and powerful for Big Red. It may overtake this football game.
And we're going to have an offsides motion penalty, whatever you want to call it, but Big Red got a little bit of a quick start on that kickoff, and it'll be a re-kick.
Yeah, the new rules a few years ago, you have to stay within that 5-yard window. It's tough when you're trying to get that rolling start coming down the field.
Good look at the freshman place kicker for Steubenville Big Red, Cole Bowers, and also an excellent soccer player at Steubenville Big Red. Steubenville Big Red soccer team had an outstanding season, district champions this year for the boys, and he has had an outstanding season as the place kicker for Big Red. Right now he's got another opportunity to tee it up. American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff, first quarter, Big Red on top. Unbelievable start to this game for Steubenville Big Red. Go for it on fourth down, and then go about 70 for the touchdown.
It was a right call.
Bowers into it, high end over end kick comes down about the 15-yard line. Colton Thomas has it. He'll go all the way across the field. He has a little bit of running room. He's got some blockers, and he's out near midfield. And he is all the way out to about the 48-yard line of Indian Valley. So the Braves will have outstanding field position for their first possession of the game.
Real nice kickoff return. Good blocking. The returner was patient. He found the opening and brought it to midfield. Good starting point for Indian Valley.
Colton Thomas pressed in action when the starting quarterback for Indian Valley was lost to an ACL injury in the final game of the regular season. First possession, Sam Carter was lost for the remainder of the season with an ACL injury. And, Coach, if you like running the football, get ready. Because Indian Valley, they're going to run. They have 50 touchdowns on the ground this year.
And Colton Thomas has quite a few of those. It was a rusher at one time.
Got a timeout on the field called by Indian Valley. And, Coach, when you're already down 7-0 and it's early in the ball game, you don't want to take a chance where all of a sudden you let the momentum train get on the tracks for Big Red. So you want to make sure you have the right play called if you're Indian Valley.
I think it's a good timeout. If they weren't sure of something, it's early in the game. Let's not get too panicky here, and let's correct whatever it is needs to be corrected.
It's the WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital defense for Steubenville Big Red. Harper, Ostovich, Gorby, Harris, Hopkins, Williams, Edwards, Mullins, Buggs, Mitchell, and Sims. In the defensive backfield, interesting for Indian Valley, Colton Thomas averages about 18 yards of pass completion. So they're going to have to beware of that, but they're really going to have to come up and stop the run. And Thomas, Kinsey, Bircher, Henry, Golder, Myers, Coachman, Wrench, Parsons, Cook, and Lopez are your offensive starters, courtesy of WVU Medicine Hospital.
I think they'll try to establish a run first, throw the play action pass.
2nd down and 7. Thomas has it, tries to get to the corner and does, but only able to get maybe a yard or two as he is pursued out of bounds and forced out of bounds there by Sims, Talik Sims, number 21 for Steubenville Big Red.
Talik Sims has been an outstanding defensive back for a couple of years for Big Red. Real pleasure to watch.
Gavin Henry, big playmaker, number 27, comes in motion for Indian Valley. He'll set up in the slot. Thomas will hand off, and it goes for about 2.5, 3 yards on the carry. That's number 22, Grady Kinsey, just a freshman.
Well, let's look and see what the decision that Indian Valley will make. The 47-yard line.
47-yard line, and you're 4 yards.
You're going to kick the football.
You're going to play field position.
You're going to kick the football.
Colt Thomas the punt, so you never know if they wanted to pull a fake, but he's going to kick it away. Short kick, and Big Red will have good field position out near the 30-yard line, probably about the 27 officially. The official deked me, coach. He went to the 27 and then took a step up to the 28.
Well, it's always nice when your quarterback is your punter. It gives him some opportunities, to run the fake, throw the ball. He's used to having the football in his hands.
Good look at the head coach, Reno Suckoch.
Steubenville on their own 28-yard line.
And out. Bozika to the outside. Helmet comes flying off. Somebody lost some headgear. Not sure which player did, but I thought it was a helmet. Shoe, helmet. Oh, there it is, the helmet. And that is number 55 for Steubenville Big Red. Demetrius Lease, number 55. And now it's Bozika again on 2nd down. This time, not much, if anything. Good surge by the offensive line. I think it was Catch at 54 leading the way, coach.
Yeah, he's done a pretty nice job in that linebacker position. And we talked earlier, seeing the 3-3 stack defense. Big Red has stayed in their 2-back offense most of the night. Now they're in a passing situation. They've gone to a 1-back.
3rd and a long 3.5, 4 yards. Bozika is going to carry, and he's not going to get much of anything. He's going to get back to about the 35-yard line. So Big Red's going to be about 3 yards short of a 1st down. Now, what's your decision? When it's 3 yards.
Now you got to kick the football. Now you kick the football.
Up 7, play field position. Coming in to kick for Steubenville Big Red, number 84, Hayden Hicks. He will stand at the Big Red 21-yard line. Zach Smith, the snap, number 16. And Big Red with a fake, and that is Spencer Ostovich, and he's got a 1st down out at the 40-yard line. Big Red with the 1st down on the fake. Direct snap to one of the up men, and that was Spencer Ostovich. He goes around the left edge, and Big Red has a 1st down out at the 40-yard line, and this game couldn't be starting any better for Big Red.
And this is why Coach Suckosh has won 400 football games. That kind of confidence in his team and what he does.
So it's 1st and 10 now. Now we have official come in, call timeout. Big Red will take timeout. That's why he's won 400 football games, because he is not satisfied. He comes out to they just made the 1st down, couldn't drive alive. He comes out and says, hey, let's get it together. You guys need to sharpen this up. And it's just, he's always driving, but at the same time, he knows when to let up on his players. I mean, he just, like you said, he He's the best. I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
Terrific. When you're playing against a team that's going to run the ball and be happy with 3 yards, 5 yards, if you can get a 2-touchdown lead, put them in a chase mode, you put them in an uncomfortable position. And I'm sure Coach Sakalas has thought about that. If he can keep this drive alive, get another touchdown, be up by 14 points, that's a nice lead at this early in the ball
And
game.
Big Red has a size advantage along the offensive and defensive lines, and they also have a depth advantage. You see a lot of the same names when we went through the starting lineups. A lot of the same names for Indian Valley on both sides of the football. Big Red can rotate players in. But right now, it's 1st and 10 for Big Red. 6:25 to go in the quarter. You're watching a special edition of the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals matchup. How special is it? It's a regional championship game. You only win 2 trophies. You get a regional championship trophy and you get a state championship trophy. So this is the first one. You have to have this one to get the second one.
Again, anybody playing tonight is a good football team.
Absolutely.
And, we're seeing 2 good ones out here. And, as you said, you get the trophy, and then you're looking for the next trophy.
Yep. Two backs in the backfield, Minifield and Falks. And here comes Edwards around the corner, and he is out across the 45-yard line, dumped at about the 46. Hykem Edwards with a fine run on 1st down.
Big Red has got Indian Valley looking down inside. They've been tackle to tackle. Now they fake that and run the deep reverse off of them.
One pass so far for Big Red. Ivan Buggs in the game. He'll split to the near side along with Zach Smith. Peyton Hill to throw. Looks downfield. And he has a man. Ivan Buggs. Buggs. Touchdown, Big Red. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown. And, Coach, how about this on the replay? Peyton Hill says, yes, sir. Give it to me. And he gets it all. And Buggs is in the right stride and into the end zone, Coach.
Well, we talked earlier before the game. Peyton Hill is just special. I mean, he runs this offense to a T. He's got a great arm. And, you get single coverage on these gazelles that the Big Red will have out on the perimeter, and it's hard to cover. You threw the ball out there and end up with another touchdown.
Peyton Hill, 2,022 yards passing this year, along with 22 touchdown passes, making 23. And that is a big one. And now we've got officials, discussions, we've got players. And we have a touchdown. Dead ball is sportsmanlike against Steubenville Big Red. That'll be tacked on to the kickoff, so the extra point coming. And I'll tell you what, Coach, we talked about Big Red getting the 1st down, then getting the touchdown on the run. Huge play, and now it's almost demoralizing. You get the big touchdown run, and then you give up, what was that, a 60-yarder?
Yep. And I think Coach talked about eliminating big plays. Well, he's had 2 big plays give Big Red 14 points.
12 hours up and good. 14-0 Steubenville Big Red. And welcome back to the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals Special Edition. Regional Championship game. Ohio Division 4. Region 15 title game between Steubenville Big Red and Indian Valley. And there's a look at Patrick Hibbets on the sideline. And there's a look at Peyton Hill looking deep, looking long, and finding Ivan Buggs. Right in stride, Coach. Can't throw it any better than that.
Can't throw it better than that. A lot of confidence in the pocket.
Soft hands.
That's
soft
it.
Hands.
Soft hands, soft throw, nice connection.
American Consolidated Natural Resources Incorporated kickoff, and that is number 41, Cole Bowers. He has 2 extra points this evening. And he will kick off from the 25-yard line. That's the personal foul penalty against Steubenville Big Red on the touchdown. And he's going to kick it end over end down to about the 18-yard line. And that's where Colt Thomas will take it. And he is out across the 40-yard line. Minifield there on the tackle along with Hopkins. 28-10 for Steubenville Big Red. And Coach, Indian Valley has to do something with his field position if they want to stay in this game. They had great field position the first possession that they had out near the 48. They bogged down. They have another opportunity here across the 40. You have to find a way into the end zone. And I know it's early to push any type of panic button, but they haven't shown the ability to stop Big Red on defense yet.
They haven't. And, we talked about Big Red's front is so good and so physical.
And they just hurt themselves. They got a penalty.
They got a penalty.
To the 31.
Yeah, because they had nice field position, almost midfield, and the penalty took them back to the 30. No, it's not panic time at all. It's early in this ball game. A lot of good things could happen for both teams, but you got to generate some offense now.
And a reverse, and nothing doing on the reverse. Isaac Hill with the stop, the throw down on the outside, and on the carry was number 27, Gavin Henry. Take a look at it here. Henry's going to come around, takes a handoff, and he fakes a handoff. But staying at home, Ivan Buggs coming down, setting the edge, coach, so to speak.
Disciplined defense. Disciplined defense. They run jet sweep. Ran the fake reverse off of it. Nobody on the Big Red defense bought on the fake.
Henry goes in motion. Colton Thomas, number 7, takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he looks to run. Not much there, but he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Elijah Mullen there along with Harper for Steubenville Big Red.
It looks like a run-pass option. He came down to attack the line of scrimmage. He had the option to throw the bubble screen to the side, tucked it, and ran.
Third down and 12 for Indian Valley. Thomas rolls right side, looking, no one open. He's going to tuck it and takes a shot out of bounds from Hopkins, and I think he just lost where he was, whether he was still on the green or had stepped out of bounds, but a shot that's going to cost Big Red 15 yards and a first down.
Sure is.
Listen in here. It's going to be a personal foul, dead ball. 15 yards, it'll be a first down. Take a look at it here. Where is he on the field? That's the big question. No. It's late.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't think that was real intentional, but
The official's got it. That's the call the official has to
he's got to make,
absolutely.
and you can't fault the player. He's in chase mode. Doesn't know exactly where he is.
And Spencer Ostovich is going to wrap up the ball carrier and take him down for a loss. On the carry, Grady Kinsey, the freshman, and Kinsey stopped in his tracks by Ostovich, who's up front. And the thing is, with Colt Thomas, the quarterback coach, he's a guy that can run and pass. So you can't take that chance that he's going to be, he's not going to be tucking and running. So
right, they're playing assignment football. If you saw the backside of the Big Red defense, stayed at home, eyes went to the quarterback in case he put it off of that read. But Ostovich at this side is terrific.
Thomas is going to hand off, and tripped up by Zach Smith is number 27. That's Gavin Henry. Just didn't have enough to get around the corner and turned upfield before Zach Smith trips him up and takes him down on the stop.
We always talk about how physical the front of this Big Red defense is, but it's pretty fast too. He just ran down a kid running a jet sweep here.
How about Peyton Gorby in the middle of the defensive line, number 52? You see Zach Smith, the linebacker. He sets up, and Gorby says, "Get out of here. Let me at him."
Protect the linebackers. Let them run to the football.
Yep. Thomas looking to throw, has no time on the run, has nowhere to go, and he is taken down for the loss. And he is wondering, where did my time go? I didn't have any time.
Oh, we talked earlier. You get a 14-point lead, and it puts Indian Valley in a very uncomfortable situation where they may have to throw the football a little more than they wanted to. And he got sacked. It's 4th and a bunch now.
Isaac Hill celebrating. And here comes the punt return team. And Brady Suckouch back deep for Steubenville Big Red. He's going to set up at about the 40-yard line. We've got a flag. Whistles, flags down.
It looks like one of the wideouts may have jumped a little bit earlier, one of the gunners.
Still 4th down. Fourth down, 22. From their own 25.
Low kick. End over end kick is going to roll down to about the 42-yard line before it is stopped there by Henry. He'll down it, and Big Red will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. So great field position for Steubenville Big Red. Coach, they've had the ball twice, they've scored twice. On big plays.
On big plays.
They want to run it, they want to pass it. So far, they've been able to do what they want to do.
Absolutely right. And you know, even the 2-3 plays, the run plays are getting them 5, 6, 8 yards. Then they pop a big one. Then they throw the big pass. So they're doing a little bit of everything.
Well, stat that jumped off the page at me today when I was taking a look at it was Xavier Falks. He's averaging over 9 yards a carry. And I think he upped that. And then wide open down the middle, that is Sewell for the completion. Lee Anthony Sewell, 6'2", 180-pound junior.
So we're in number 8 tonight. We've seen him also in number 13 throughout the year.
Ivan Buggs has a touchdown to his credit. He goes in motion. Peyton Hill looks outside, and it is incomplete and intercepted. Tipped up in the air and intercepted on the interception for Indian Valley. Number 32. That is Remington Myers, the 6', 185-pound junior linebacker. And he gives the shot of life to Indian Valley as they come up with a stop on the deflected pass. Take a look at it here, Coach, on the Wendy's replay.
It just comes off of his hands, playing good defense, right place, right time. That's big stop for Indian Valley. They didn't want Big Red to come down and make it a 3-touchdown game.
Jace Kernahan, the intended receiver, tried to climb the ladder and it tips off his hands. And Myers gets the interception, and Indian Valley has the football and maybe a little bit of a life as they carry it on 1st down. Number 22, that is Grady Kinsey. Coach, the biggest difference so far with a minute 8 to go, minute 5 to go, it's just a size difference along the offensive line. It's going to be a long night for Indian Valley, and they have some talented running backs and receivers, and the line is good. I'm not taking anything away from the offense, and they just don't have the size to match up. Big Red and Coach Lancaster told me, he said, we have to match their physicality. Well, you can want to match it all you want, but if you're outweighed by 50 pounds a man across the line, it's going to be a rough night.
I've always said when all things are equal, bigger is better.
Yeah.
And right now, Big Red is bigger.
Especially even when it comes to offensive, defensive line play.
Oh, boy.
28, 25, 26, 25, 26 seconds, 24. And bad snap up in the air. Colton Thomas comes down with it. He's going to throw it out of bounds. And a smart play by the quarterback as he just airmails it into the cheap seats. Flag on the play, and now we're going to have an ineligible receiver downfield, I believe. Not sure that was intended to be a pass play, but a smart play by the quarterback because he would have been all kinds of trouble. And I'll tell you what, Colton Thomas is an athlete. You can just tell by the way he moves.
You talked earlier about him keeping the ball on the previous play. He pulled it off of the read and got a nice little run inside.
So Big Red will decline the penalty. It'll bring up 4th down, and Indian Valley will be punting. And Big Red should be in position to get some very good field position as Suckoch goes back and will stand at his own 40-yard line. Colton Thomas is your kicker and punter, and a high snap, and he's going to get it down and away. Low line drive kick, and it is going to bounce and roll to a stop at about the 29-yard line.
We've got a flag back here, and roughing the kicker area, or running into the kicker area.
Coach working as a spotter for me tonight as well, because I'm watching the monitors on the table. Coach is standing, you can see partially through a window, but there's so many people here covering, and some of the windows you can't see out of. So I'm just focused on the monitor, and Coach is spotting on some of these plays. So you started waving at them. I'm thinking, what's he waving at?
I don't know what he's going to call it, though. Talking to Coach Reno now. Picked it up.
5-yard penalty.
Running into the kicker.
So it'll be 4th down and 2, I believe. Coach, any thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't have kicked it again. I wouldn't have given Big Red the opportunity to come in and block it. He's had 2 bad snaps.
Yep.
The punter's up short.
High kick, and Suckoch makes the fair catch at about the 35-yard line. And there wasn't a whole lot of room between that punt. I believe it was Isaac Hill that may have almost got a block on that. It's 14-0. Steubenville Big Red. It's the regional final. Back with more right after this. The Indian Valley Marching Band. As we get ready for the second quarter of play, Big Red will have it 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Big Red leads it on 2 first-quarter touchdowns, 14-0. As Peyton Hill swings it outside. Sims puts his shoulder down. He's going to get a good gain on the play, Coach. It's about an 8-yard gain.
Just a swing out of the backfield, swing screen, or whatever you want to call it.
That's a win.
Just turn. It's a toss sweep, if you want to call it that way, but puts the ball in the perimeter where the athletes can run.
2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2. Bozika next to Hill in the backfield, and it'll be Hill throwing it to Hill. We mentioned a law firm last week. Hill to Hill.
Hill to Hill.
Hill to Hill attorneys at law. So that has a good ring to it, doesn't it?
It sure does.
It's got a good ring to it on the football field as well. They have hooked up 20, well, I'm not sure how many times, 23 times, 33 touchdown passes for Hill. A bunch of them have gone to Isaac Hill. I have that written down somewhere. I've got my notes, Coach. I've got them scattered all over the place. Big Red 1st and 10. Hill looking outside and finding Hill at the 30, a little stiff arm, and he is going to get down to about the 26-yard line. He had a touchdown last week in the regional semifinal against Columbus East at Isaac Hill in the corner of the end zone.
It's just so hard to cover him one-on-one. We're in a 3-stack defense. It puts a lot of pressure on those corners. He's driving them off, stopping, turning back, and securing the football. Gained about 20 or so yards. Peyton
has 23 touchdowns now after his touchdown pass earlier, as Xavier Falks is still on his feet and down close to about the 12-yard line. Coach, it looked like he was on skates, but he was in complete control of where he was going. A little jump stop and then slid over to the other side.
Whatever Big Red needs in the back, they got. Man, they got speed here. They got the big backs when they get down inside. Look at the balance he has here. Covered the football, make sure he's got the football secured.
Bill's towing replay, and now we're in the WMC Breast Care Center pink zone, and it's a handoff. Falks on his feet, spins ahead. His opposite number 24 for Indian Valley, comes up with the stop on the play for the Braves of Indian Valley. Number 24 is Quake Beatty.
He's only a junior. Again, we talked about the size difference. He's a 150-pound linebacker, and the front of the Big Red guys are much bigger than that.
And Coach, we mentioned Isaac Hill before. Coming into tonight's game, 50 catches, 900 yards, 14 touchdowns.
14 touchdowns. Wow, and that's a lot of touchdowns for a high school receiver.
Second down and 10. WMC Breast Care Center, pink zone for Big Red. Lee Anthony Sewell split to the far side of the field. Handoff. Whoa, and Fate Hill keeps looking, has room to run, keeps it, and dives ahead down to about the 7-8 yard line. We'll see where he's spotted down. It looks like about the 8 yard line.
He fooled a lot of people. He ran a bootleg off the power there, and at perimeter, good coverage by Indian Valley, and just got tripped up. Made the right decision.
And we've got a motion penalty, unless perhaps someone up. It's going to be a motion penalty against Steubenville Big Red. Third and 8 for Big Red. Isaac Hill on the outside, and he'll be forced out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the first down. Check that. That was Lee Anthony Sewell.
Yep.
With the shirt. Sometimes these shirts look like 8 looks like a 6. It
Sure
disappears
does.
into itself.
It does.
Well, the thing is, Lee Anthony Sewell, 6'2", 180. Isaac Hill, 6'3", 205.
Similar in size.
Great size for receivers at Big Red right now. 4th and 3. Handoff. Ostovich. He is going to be down to the 3 yard line, and he'll have the first down for Steubenville Big Red.
There's that power. Pull the backside guard, lead the fullback.
They're driving the offensive line, Coach. They're just shoving the defensive line down the field.
Yeah,
Ostovich stays in. Sims and Hopkins in the backfield as well. And it'll go to the up man. Hopkins, touchdown, Big Red. So Mr. Reuter, touchdown. Tyjon Hopkins with a touchdown, and Big Red is up 20-0. Take another look at it here, Coach.
Give it to the up back. Boy, look, a lot of people laying on the ground. That offensive line of Big Reds is just outstanding.
Zach Smith, the snap to Brody Suckach, and Cole Bowers is going to take a pass. Now he's going to go for a 2-point conversion. Can he get there? The answer is no. He is knocked out of bounds short. So Big Red looking for a little something on the extra. Covered 20-0. Big Red. We're back after this. It's the Ohio Division IV Region 15 Regional Championship game. Steubenville Big Red 20. Indian Valley nothing. Here in the second quarter, Cole Bowers, who just made a reception but didn't quite make it in the end zone on a 2-point conversion.
Or if you're Indian Valley, you don't want to be in a 3-touchdown deficit, when your comfort zone is running the football.
High end-over-end kick from Bowers is going to come down to the 20. Ball's on the ground and out across the 25. Still on his feet. That is Beatty, number 24. Quake Beatty. It looked like a lot of people thought maybe his knee was down when he picked up the football, but I think the knee was down, came up, and then he picked up the football, but it looked like it may have been down. Of course, the officials right there, Coach. They're on top of every call.
And they only get one look.
That's right. They don't have a replay. Mr. Reuter, first down for Indian Valley. They'll have it at their own 33-yard line. So, again, Indian Valley tonight's had pretty good field position. They just have not been able to come up with the big play. Now we've got a timeout. It looks like officials headed towards the Big Red sideline, like maybe the tee. All right, 1st and 10 for Indian Valley. Ball at their 33-yard line. Colton Thomas in the play action. He's going to throw it up top, and it's going to be out of bounds. Completed pass.
It was a completion to somebody on the sidelines.
That's Jacob Williams, number 65, freshman, 5'6", 140 pounds.
There you go.
He's going to be telling everybody about that tomorrow.
Great.
I had a completion.
At the reunion, in the reunion in 30 years from now.
Yeah. These two teams did meet in a regional championship game back in 2013. Only regional championship game Indian Valley's ever played in. They've only been in the postseason 10 times, and they've all been since 2011. So a lot of success of late for Indian Valley, and they're hoping to have some success here in the second quarter. But right now, that Big Red defense has proven to be a little bit too much of a test.
Yeah, they threw the ball to the flat here to the uncovered receiver.
Gavin
Good
Henry
call.
on the reception. And then it's a host of Big Red tacklers coming up with a stop. Suckotch there. Elijah Mullins comes in, gets a piece of the action. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. Thomas looking to run, and just there's not much. There's no room. Zach Smith, Hopkins, they both come in, shut down the play.
Yeah, the movement of this defensive front is just forward, and there's just no place for Colton Thomas to run the football.
4th down and 4. Brody Suckotch back at the 40. Colton Thomas will look to receive the snap at about the 29-yard line. Low kick, it's going to take a bounce, and Suckotch is going to take it. I guess he signaled a fair catch.
Signal. You would have noticed the punter here is only about 9 to 10 yards deep. Normally you're 13 yards deep. So maybe it's a snap issue or just something that they work on.
It's a problem. A lot of pre-snap penalties. And now the ball's on the ground, and Indian Valley has it. A mix-up in the backfield between Hill, Minifield, and Falks, and the ball comes loose. And the backfield talking about it, going over what happened. And what happened was a fumble, and it's recovered here as we take a look at the replay. They just run into each other, and Minifield loses the handle on it, and it bounces on the ground. And coming up with it is Braden Parsons, the 6'2 senior. And Indian Valley suddenly has it, 1st and 10 at the Big Red 22-yard line. And Owen Faulkner is in at quarterback. Flag on the play. Carry Grady Kinsey on the carry. And we'll see what happened on the call. Motion penalty against Indian Valley. And Coach Owen Faulkner, when he comes in, he usually lines up under center.
Okay.
I don't know if they're trying to get Colton Thomas a rest, or if they're trying to maybe set something up where he would come in as a receiver. He's played receiver before.
Yep.
Again, Indian Valley has gone from Sam Carter, their starting quarterback, through week 10, and then they lose him to an ACL injury. And they have made do with Colt Thomas, and the coach said, the one thing that Indian Valley did is just rally around that injury, and they have really managed to find a way. Colt Thomas up the middle, Thomas on his feet, Thomas into the end zone, touchdown Indian Valley.
You talked earlier about the athletic ability of Colton Thomas, and he just proved it there.
And that is a Mr. Reuter touchdown from Indian Valley. Bill's towing replay here, Coach. And just some good blocking up front. Thomas, good speed, keeps his balance, and he is in for the touchdown.
big right after the turnover. Puts him right back in this football game.
Dan Miller to attempt the extra point for Indian Valley. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So suddenly it went from 20-0 to 20-7. Special edition of the Borders Friday Night Rivals. It is Steubenville Big Red 20. Indian Valley just got on the board, took advantage of a turnover, and it's 20-7 now. Indian Valley on the board. They get the ball at the 22-yard line. Now quarterback Colton Thomas took it in. Right up the middle, coach.
Right. That's what you talked about. Direct snap to him. He's an athlete with the ball in his hands. Had some good blocking. He got good speed, and ran into the end zone from a short field.
It's the American Consolidated Natural Resources Incorporated kickoff, and Dan Miller will kick the ball off for Indian Valley. High end over end kick, good kick, all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll roll into the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback.
And Indian Valley loves that. Big Red will have it 1st and 10.
Big Red, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
It's Mr. Ruta 1st down for Steubenville Big Red. Peyton Hill and Tyleek Sims in the backfield. Bugs in a slot on the far side. Lee Anthony Sewell split outside there. Swing it out to Tyleek Sims. He's got Bryce Huff out in front leading the way. Sims on his way. Sims to the 40. Sims to the 30, and he's finally tracked down and pulled down at about the 21-yard line by Colton Thomas. And if Thomas doesn't have the speed that he does, Sims is off to the races for a touchdown. Another big play from Big Red.
Swing screen come right out of the backfield. Had those blockers out in front of him.
Good
Great
block by
blocking.
Hill.
Good block by Hill. And then Tyleek Sims did a lot of this on his own. And we see the speed of Colton Thomas to make the tackle at about the 20-yard line.
Huff and Lease, you got to love the hustle from the lineman.
You
Huff
do.
was out in front of him. He had no one to play. He was trying to find someone to
Right,
block.
he's looking for him.
And Sims just took it up the sideline. Right now, I formation in the backfield. And there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be on Hopkins. You just saw him lean forward and got a roll, and they're going to call that a motion penalty against Big Red. So it'll remain 1st down, but it'll be 1st and 15 for Steubenville Big Red.
Timeout, Big Red.
And now a penalty. Flag went up, and it looked like the official was trying to explain to head coach Reno Suckoch what he called the penalty on. Coach Suckoch may have been yelling at one of his players, another ref, but apparently whatever he was saying, the official was not agreeing with him.
All right.
He wants an explanation. The official wants nothing to do with talking to Coach Suckoch right now. And he's just telling him to get back on the sideline.
That's a sideline warning.
All right, back to play. 1st down. 1st and 15. Falks in the eye behind Zach Smith. And Peyton Hill's going to hand to Falks, and he is going to lean forward and push forward for about a 3-yard gain, maybe 2.5.
He's out a couple. 2nd down.
Lee Anthony Sewell will split to the far side. In the slot that way is Ivan Buggs. Near side, Edwards and Hill. In the backfield with Hill is Sims. Sims just had that long grab on the little flare pattern out of the backfield. Hill looking that way again. This time he looks all the way outside, and he finds Isaac Hill, breaks the tackle, breaks another one, finally forced out of bounds down around the 10-yard line.
That's another connection, Hill to Hill. Great throw,
right out
great
of the
catch.
shoe on that one, Coach.
Yep. It's hard to single cover him.
And if you're going to tackle him up high, he's going to shake you off.
He's strong enough to break the tackle.
3rd and 2.
Xavier Falks checks back in the ball game, number 24. He's in the backfield with Sim. There's the shoe. Wow, it's one of those shoes that doesn't have any laces.
This slides on.
Yeah. Oh, his laces, I think they're underneath. Very fancy. Back in the day, Coach, we would have looked at those and gone, what?
We wore high tops. Squat
Chuck
belt.
Taylor's.
That's basketball.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure some people weren't playing football. Hopkins in the backfield at fullback. Falks is your tailback in the I formation. We're in the Weird Medical Center, Breast Care Center, pink zone. Sims goes in motion. Hill to throw. Hill to the corner. Hill. Oh! Lee Anthony Sewell had it for a moment. It came out when he hit the ground.
Boy, what a great throw.
Incomplete. Great pass, and it looked like he had it for the touchdown, but when he hit the deck, the ball came loose. Take another look at the replay. Just dropped it in the bucket, Coach.
Oh, so I said great throw.
Looked like Gavin Henry got a hand in there as he was going down to help knock it away.
Stripped it away. Well, they get that power in the
Ostovich
backfield.
is going to go to Hopkins up front. He's going to
be
dive
close
for the 10-yard line, but he is pushed back. Guspit, number 20, looked like he was the leading tackler on that one as he dove in and hit Hopkins. We'll see if he made it. It is a first down.
Yep,
you got it. But I'll tell you what, good effort from Indian Valley. It looked like they might have had to stop, but he got just enough for the first down, and it'll remain Big Red football. Clock inside of 5 minutes. Hopkins fullback, Falks tailback in the I. Sims goes in motion. Peyton Hill looks outside, swings it out to Isaac Hill, and he's going to be wrapped up quickly, but they can't bring him down. He still manages to pick up a bit of yardage, and we have an injured Indian Valley player down. Looked like Remington Myers had an interception earlier in the game, may have been kicked in the stomach when they all went to the ground. It's where he was grabbing at his stomach when he was laying on the ground. Hopefully he's okay. There's a good look at Isaac Hill, who's had an absolutely sensational season for Steubenville Big Red. As I mentioned before, Coach, 50 catches, 900 yards, 14 touchdowns on the season.
He should be getting close to that 1,000-yard mark this evening.
Hey, Coach Suckotch, the one ref threw the flag at him. He's still trying to figure out exactly what he said. I'd love to be down there and hear that conversation. How long has he been working the restaurant?
Oh, boy.
He was working the restaurant before he became a head coach. When
He's the master.
He was probably working the restaurant. Second down and goal from the 9-yard line for Steubenville Big Red. Smith this time in the backfield with Falks. Sims will go in motion. Handoff. Falks has it. Bounces to the outside. Inside the 5-yard line. Dives for the goal line. Comes up just short, about 1 yard shy of a touchdown. Big Red will look to line up quickly as they make some substitutions to slow it down a little bit. Bill's towing replay here as we take a look at the blocking out front. Sims with a good block. Lee Anthony Sewell with a block, and that gets Falks down to about the 1 yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1 for Steubenville Big Red. Ostovich, Smith, and Sims in the big I, and Ostovich is going to get, no, he's not going to get there. He's going to be short. 4th and goal from inside the 1 yard line.
They got the stick eye and gave it to the number 3 back, and he could have hit it.
Jackson Bircher, number 18, picks himself off the bottom of the pile, Coach.
Did a nice job. 4th down and 1.
More power, quarterback keeper. Handoff. Smith, touchdown, Big Red. Zach Smith with the touchdown, a Mr. Reuter touchdown. And he is in, and he can't celebrate very long, Coach, because he has to go do the long snap for the extra point.
It's the second time we've seen him get into the up back close to the goal line, and you're expecting the tailback to get the football, and the up back is putting it in the end zone.
Mr. Reuter touchdown for Zach Smith. And with 3:21 to go in the second quarter of play, Big Red extends their lead to 26-7. And now it looks like they will go for two at the field, 2-point conversion. Ostovich in the backfield with Hill. Edwards will come in motion, and it'll be a handoff to Edwards, looking for a block, gets one from Ostovich, in for the 2-point conversion, and Big Red up 21 now, as it is now 28-7, and that is the 2-point conversion for Steubenville Big Red.
Yeah, we run jet sweep on the 2-point. Good call. Everybody's looking for something down inside. Gets perimeter.
Roll, Red, roll. And tonight, so far, they are.
Except for the turnover down here, we set up the one touchdown. They've been terrific.
Yeah. And we take another look here at the 2-point conversion.
Look at the
blockers out front.
We've both said it at the same time. That's a sign of a good, disciplined football team. Good blocking out front.
Cole Bowers will kick it off. American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff for Steubenville Big Red. Tonight we come to you, if you didn't recognize the midfield of the Red Devil Stadium, St. Clairsville, the St. C, the interlocking ST and the C. The Red Devil Stadium, beautiful facility, Coach.
And they've treated us tremendously up here in the press
outstanding.
box.
I'll tell you what, the Saints Club has rolled out the red carpet for everybody. The Saints Club, I think you've had, what, 5 bowls of soup? You sampled them all. They had the chicken noodle, went to the chili.
I'm on a diet.
I had that chicken noodle. You had it too. It was fantastic.
Oh, delicious.
You know, it's fantastic for Indian Valley is Colton Thomas. He has had a good game. He hasn't had a lot of room a lot of times, but when he has, he's made some big plays. He has the touchdown for Indian Valley. A nice return here, and Indian Valley will have it out near the 40-yard line, about the 37, to start 1st and 10.
Right, he scored the touchdown. He made the touchdown-saving tackle down here, and now made a nice return on a kickoff.
And he'll get a bit of a break. Owen Faulkner in at quarterback. He'll keep it on the ground and not much at all. Harper there for Big Red. And that defensive line, Gorby, Harper, Ostovich, and Isaac Hill. Just too much up front for Indian Valley. Other than one play.
That's it.
And off again, knifing through the line. That's Hopkins and Smith. It looked like Smith got the right hand on the thigh of the running back, and he trips up Grady Kinsey after a short game. You look at it here, Coach, just knifed through the line.
Yeah, it looks like he got something going here for Indian Valley, but the speed of that defense of Big Red just closes, and maybe a half-yard gain.
And now on 3rd down, Colton Thomas will come back into the ball game. He could use one of those 18.5-yard completions that he's been averaging when he completes passes. And he steps up and he will throw it out of bounds and just nobody open. And all kinds of pressure in his face, Coach.
No, he was. He talk about the speed of the defense. You know, he's going to roll out, and you think you can get away from the defense that way, but Big Red's just chasing him down.
Fourth and 10.
See number 45, Dorian Thorne, in along the defensive line. As they punted away on 4th down. Thomas gets a punt. It's going to roll. It's going to take a huge roll for Indian Valley. And that's about as good as you can get it. And it'll stop down around the 2-yard line. So Big Red, they'll have to go the long way, but they've done that this evening a couple of times. And usually pretty short order with big plays. But Indian Valley gets a good punt from Colton Thomas, and Big Red will be set up 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, it was about a 59-yard punt. This is big time and gives Big Red a lot of field to gain here.
Mr. Ruder first down. We'll have to wait as Indian Valley takes the timeout.
Timeout, Indian Valley.
Coach, first half of play so far, if you had to put it into a nutshell and tie it up, put a bow on it, however you want to look at it.
Big Red has just been terrific, what they're doing offensively and defensively. They made one mistake, the fumble down here, but they've generated offense, running the ball, throwing the ball, running it inside, running it outside. And then the defense has been outstanding.
That about sums it up, Coach. Good job. Hey, academic achievers for Steubenville Big Red. It's a group of 7. Number 78, Bryce Huff. Spencer Ostovich, number 32. Ty Pierce, number 20. They're in the front row. Camden Daly, Cooper Blackburn, 72 and 42. That's 72. Camden Daly, 72. 42, Cooper Blackburn. 67, Kellen Marshall. And 16, Zach Smith. They've maintained a GPA of 4.2 to 4.7, and they've rolled it through their high school careers. And that's Falks on the carry. And Coach Suckach asked me if we would recognize them, because he said, you know what, we have winners on the football field and we have winners in the classroom. This is a group that has really helped the team achieve and themselves achieve. And as you know, Coach, classroom's got to come first.
It
because,
does. It does.
When real life comes. And there's a look at Cam Daly, number 72, injured his leg in a late season game, had to undergo surgery. Just a devastating, injury. But I've seen him work at practice, working his tail off to get back as quickly as possible. We'll be able to do it. Don't know. It would be a surprise if he was. But, I mean, he is working so hard just to get back to where he was, but in the classroom, as you can see, along with his fellow teammates, outstanding job.
And he probably is happy to dress tonight, be part of this championship evening.
Peyton Hill looking long, looking down the middle, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver is number 6, Isaac Hill. And he was bracketed by 3 defenders. They said, no, not this time. Not this time.
Yeah, and, we're seeing single coverage out on the perimeter. Got to the middle of the field, and there was more than one there. Colton Thomas was the safety leading that defense.
And again, congratulations to the academic achievers. I'm sure a number of other student athletes doing very well for both schools, but a group of 7 that Coach Suckach was really proud of, really wanted to recognize them. So we are happy to do it. As Xavier Falks, number 24, he is around the corner, out across the 25, taken out of bounds with about 30.6 seconds to go, and it'll be enough for a first down. Big Red with 1 timeout left. 30.6 seconds to work with. Bozika in the backfield next to Peyton Hill. Anthony Sewell out on the far side of the field. That's the way Hill will look, and he is on his feet and across the 35-yard line out to the 38. He'll have enough for a first down. The clock stops at 24.3 seconds to go. Another Mr. Reuter first down as Big Red looks to throw, swing it out to Bozika. He's got some blockers, and he's just tripped up. Who got that foot? It looks like number 32. May have made the stop.
Remington Myers.
Remington Myers, who had to leave the game after he was shaken up, but there he makes a nice stop, 32. And we take another look at it here, Coach. Myers is going to play off the block there and just get the ankle.
He's got his, he has some running room in front of him.
Oh, and he has
a lot
some
of blockers
as well, too. Great play from Remington Myers. Perhaps a touchdown saving play. 13.6 seconds to go. 2nd and 3. So Coach, we looking deep here with 13.6, or we looking to maybe play a little sideline, keep the clock, stop it, get a little deeper, or do you want to take a shot now?
I think they're going to take the shot.
Now, you've got a timeout. You can
Got
run a
one
play across the
timeout,
middle,
yeah.
take the timeout, clock will stop on the first down. There's a lot to unpack here on this play,
Yep.
Coach.
Second down, 3.
It's like we have a wager. What's the play? What's the play? Big Mill. He'll look over the sideline. Everybody will look over the sideline. Everybody has the signal now. Big Hill with the hand warmer. Always important on a night like tonight for the quarterback. Keep the hand warm. Swings it outside, and Jacob Edwards will be knocked out of bounds at midfield at about the 48-yard line. You hear the Big Red contingent right underneath the press box. Not happy with that. They wanted a flag. But
They got 9 seconds.
9 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at
10 at the
midfield.
50.
Maybe take one more shot down the field for 20 yards or so, and then you get yourself field goal range, or take a shot at the end zone.
Take a shot at the end zone.
Trip receivers to the outside. Hill looks outside on the near side, and he's got Isaac Hill. He steps out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. 3.7 seconds to go. Do you put it in the end zone? Do you give it to your kicker? Winds are kind of low right now.
Yeah.
But that would be, let's see, 33. No, that's a 50-yard. That's not going to happen. Not that he couldn't make it from there, maybe. But I don't want to say he couldn't. But just saying, with the wind blowing in his face, look for Big Red to put it in the end zone here. 3.7 seconds to go in the first half. Big Red leading 28-7. Hill back to pass, looking to buy some time. Looks to the corner of the end zone, throws it up. Jump ball situation, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone, and that's how the half will end on the interception. Brogan Bircher and a flag down. So let's see what happens here. It's a defensive penalty. Can't end the half there. Holding against Steubenville Big Red. That'll be declined, and that'll be the end of the first half. We will go to halftime. Steubenville Big Red on top, 28-7 over Indian Valley. And welcome back, everybody, to St. Clairsville. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Anthony Filberto. Coach, I noticed during halftime, I looked up and I see a welcome sign for us, WTOV9, Bill Phillips, coach, in quotations. And then Tony Filberto. But I always call you Anthony Filberto. Well, I just normally call you Coach.
There you go. There you go.
Which do you prefer?
Well, in Wellsburg, I'm Anthony. Beyond that, I am Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, because my father was a Tony and his father was a Tony. And,
okay.
Yeah, so I think as I got older, that it converted into a Tony.
And apparently, I've lost my glasses.
Yeah, I'm going to help you find
my cheaters. I don't know where they went. Cole Bowers' kickoff comes down to the 5-yard line, and we've got a reverse, and here it comes. And it's not going to go for much on the reverse, number 22. That is Grady Kinsey on the return. Colton Thomas started with it.
Elijah Mullins was in on...
Coach, imagine that through my pocket.
That's a good place to look.
You know?
Good place to look. It was Mullins in on the tackle there. Stayed home on that reverse. Did a nice job.
Well, the other day, Addison had to remind me on the morning show that it was actually Friday and not Thursday. When you get up really early in the morning, you tend to forget a lot of stuff. But we found the glasses. Big Red has the lead. They found their game since the opening kickoff. They'll start on defense here. Smitty Flores first down for Indian Valley. Colton Thomas, the quarterback, is in the shotgun. He's going to hand off and looking for some running room around the corner and finding a little bit before he is knocked down is Gavin Henry coming up and making the stop, losing his helmet. As Henry, you can see him limping a little bit, heading back to the sideline because he took a helmet in the thigh. On the stop, Micah Mitchell, number 9, cornerback. And that was the thing we thought that the defensive backs would have to do for Big Red tonight. Indian Valley loves to run the football. They figured they're going to have to come up, play some run support, and Mitchell did that there on first down. Second down and 7 for Indian Valley. Handoff goes to Grady Kinsey, number 22 on the carry. They pick up about 4 or 5 yards. They'll bring third down and about 3.
Indian Valley needs to maintain this ground game, keep this drive going, keep the ball away from Big Red, but you can't be too cautious because you're down by 3 scores.
You got to speed up a little bit.
A little bit.
In and out of the huddle a little bit. And just the size mismatch up front has been a thing of domination tonight for Steubenville Big Red as Micah Mitchell makes another play. Flag comes in. And I think that's going to go against Indian Valley, perhaps a hold, because Mitchell came in, made a fine tackle. And indeed it is going to go against Indian Valley, and I would imagine that'll be declined by Steubenville Big Red. Put Indian Valley in a punting situation here in the third quarter of play with 10:42 to go. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Anthony Filberto. For everybody outside of Wellsburg, Tony Filberto. Now, we're going to have to introduce you twice now. Either way, if you call him coach, he'll answer. Wendy's replay. And the kick will come down at midfield. Get a roll for Indian Valley down to the Big Red 37-yard line. That's where Big Red will take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Colton Thomas has done an outstanding job kicking the ball this evening.
He's a fine player.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he really is a good player. Offense, defense, just a good athlete, good player. Colton Thomas, number 7, and number 27, Gavin Henry. He has had an outstanding season as well for Indian Valley. Gavin Henry, 1,000 yards coming in. 2 running backs with over 1,000 yards each for Indian Valley. Not tonight, though, as Gavin Bazzico, who has over 1,000 yards for Big Red, is spun around and stopped on first down. Smitty's Floors, first down. Now, if you're Steubenville Big Red, coach, I'd imagine you want to still play crisp football, but if you take your time on every play, in between plays, let it get down around 10 seconds before you snap it at least?
Yeah, I don't think you even look at the clock until there's about 4 to 5 minutes to go in the football game. I think they need to come out and do the things that they do and, keep the pedal down.
Isaac Hill doing the things that he does, and that's a catch and a gain of about 5 yards. Takes a pretty good shot as he is knocked down. A group of Braves making the stop as Isaac Hill takes a pretty good hit. He goes down. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Steubenville Big Red. Peyton Hill comes in. He's got the call. Has the wristband with all the plays on it. Lets his teammates know what's the call on 3rd and 4. Play clock down to 10, inside 10 seconds now. And Peyton Hill's going to keep it, and he runs out of time, runs out of room on the stop for Indian Valley, number 63. That is Brent Smith, 6 foot, 240-pound senior. Number 63.
Like there was just a little bit of confusion here in this play.
Remington Myers, number 32, set the edge and really turned that back inside.
Remington Myers may have caused that confusion is what it was.
Hayden Hicks will stand at his 23-yard line, and Gavin Bazzico will come in for the punt attempt. And we're going to get a delay of game penalty against Big Red. Some confusion as to the lineup for the punt team. 5-yard penalty, 4th down for Big Red. Now, earlier in the game, Ostovich was in that position, and Bozico will head out. Elijah Mullins is now in, number 25. If you recall, Coach, Ostovich ran a fake out of that spot,
sure
direct
did.
snap to him. Hicks takes the snap, gets it away. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line. Good punt, solid punt. Indian Valley will have it there, 1st and 10. We're going to take a timeout. We are back. It is a special edition of the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals matchup. It's the regional championship game. It's 1st and 10 for Indian Valley. It's the Smitty Flores first down. And Colt Thomas is in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, rolls to his left, sets up the throw, looks downfield, and has a man, and it is incomplete. Almost a reception. And a flag on the play. It's going to go against Big Red. Pass interference called. Eric Golder, number 25, the intended receiver. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. That'll be first down for Indian Valley as Thomas looks downfield and just goes into the back of the helmet of the defensive back, Micah Mitchell. It falls incomplete, but the official calls pass interference, so it'll be a first down for Indian Valley at midfield. And Colt Thomas will keep, gets to the outside, and he's ahead for about 5 yards on first down. And that's the danger, Coach. You see it there. Remember the play earlier where Hopkins hit him as he was out of bounds. He wasn't sure where he was. Colt Thomas gets to the sideline. Looks like he may go out of bounds. And then he does a high step, and he goes and gets a couple more yards down the field.
He's pretty elusive once he gets out in there also. Yeah, his quarterback draw, and he made it to the perimeter.
Motion penalty against Indian Valley. That'll set them back. Coach, look at here. We can see where this Big Red lines up on defense here. So now what's been happening is they'll line up almost in a straight line above the ball, and then when Indian Valley breaks the huddle, there's Gorby in the middle, Harper, Ostovich, and the offensive line's going, really? You guys can't take it down off? Like, we're going to be here all night.
Yep.
Colt Thomas has been here all night. He continues to play hard for Indian Valley.
Sure does.
Braves playing hard all game long. Just right now don't have the horses, so to speak, to get it done. And Colt Thomas slow to come off the field now. And looks like he got a helmet issue. And he will head off to the sideline. He'll come back in. Got the helmet fixed. He's ready to go. Third and 10 for Indian Valley. Halfback option, little throwback, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off by Ostovich. He came in, he was double covered, but he still made the catch. The big man with the INT. Look at the offense. I think Gorby's excited and more excited for Ostovich than Ostovich is.
Wow. Well, what a good football player he is. You know, he's a tailback. He's a
Defense
DN.
coordinator Coach Phillips coming out and getting a little chest bump on the jump.
There you go. Did a nice job. Defended it well.
Indian Valley offensive lineman going, really? Gorby, Ostovich, Harper, every play.
Too many
can't take a day off.
Yep.
And this one just kind of floated back, and that was all Ostovich needed. He gets the interception, sets up the offense. Peyton Hill going to drop it off on the screen to Jace Kernahan. And that was all
pretty
clogged
well.
up.
Yeah. Indian Valley did a nice job. Tried to run a middle screen, and you know, you always want to leave one lineman back.
Cale
when you see
Coachman
the
on the
pass.
stop, number 52.
Yeah, you leave one back to handle the screen, and did a nice job of it.
28-7. So far, no scoring here in the second half of play. Big Red doing their damage in the first half. Second down and 11. Smith and Falks in the backfield. Smith will go in motion. Hill swings it outside to Isaac Hill. He's going to stiff arm, stay on his feet, pick up about 4 yards on the play before he's forced out of bounds. Just that 6'3" frame, just strong, makes it difficult to bring him down one-on-one. And he seems like he has that stiff arm ready to go, Coach, to get some separation from the defensive back.
Yeah,
but he's trying to make extra yards.
Big, strong receiver. You get one-on-one coverage. Just turn and throw him the ball, and the tackler's at a disadvantage.
Clock is rolling. I want to remind everybody, closed captioning brought to you by WVU Medicine, Wheeling Hospital, providing closed captioning. Thank you very much. Handoff. Falks up the middle. Not much on the stop. Coming up and making the play, number 24. And we've called his number a few times. Number 24 on the stop. That's Quake Beatty, 5'8", 150-pound junior. Xavier Falks will head to the sideline. So now 4th and 3. Gavin Bazika along with Hill. Ivan Buggs will go in motion. And it looks like did they get someone to jump? The official didn't throw the flag. Peyton Hill wants to call. Doesn't get it. He'll look over to the sideline, maybe get a new play, change the play, or maybe go back to the original play. Big Red looking to come up with 4th and 3. Peyton Hill's going to run it, has running room, has 3 blockers out in front. Flag on the play. He goes out of bounds. Has enough for the first down, but that came in and was thrown in the neighborhood where you would expect a holding penalty to be called.
Yep. At the edge, nice design play set up.
Had a wall of blockers.
Had a wall of blockers with him. Unfortunately, some of them was holding.
Coach, I know you're excited about this. Coming up on Fox 9, Monday at 1. World Cup soccer, the United States against Wales.
You know, my wife and I were talking today how much better soccer is getting, especially in our area.
Oh, yeah.
Big Red won the district this year, and Wheeling Park did an outstanding job in the state of West Virginia.
You'll be able to see a lot of the World Cup on Fox 9.
Yep.
Looking forward to bringing that to everybody. Peyton Hill here. 4th and 12, and that is
not enough.
Lee Anthony Sewell. It'll be looks short of the first down. Looks like we have another flag, perhaps, and holding against Big Red. And there you see it out front there, the kind of the wrap around the helmet. Good call by the official. Gotta give him credit when they're right. And now we have another flag that gets thrown about 20 yards up, and perhaps a comment was made.
They've already had a warning.
Now this is the same official that on the side. He's saying something about it. Looks like he's making an indication that somebody threw a shoulder or gave someone a bump. I wonder if the official got bumped.
I don't know.
4 minutes and 49 seconds to go. It was obviously after the play. It was a dead ball. It was they. Oh, let them play. The chant from the Bad News Bears movie, I think when they went to Japan. A lot of talk. Was there an ejection, Coach?
I don't think so. I sure hope not.
No, I'm not. I'm not 100% sure exactly
Fourth down and long for Steubenville.
Hayden Hicks. Solid kick, driving the return man back to the 20-yard line. And they're going to call a fair catch after the call. Colton Thomas looks around, put the fair catch sign up.
Delay a game, yeah.
And now they'll have a penalty there. And it just feels like the officials are losing control of this one a bit.
Yeah, sometimes, when you start throwing flags, it just motivates the teams to do some things that they normally wouldn't do. And the official.
Smitty Floors, first down for Indian Valley. 4:41 to go in the third quarter of play. Big Red leads it 28-7.
Oh my goodness.
And what a hit.
Wow.
Wow.
Number 36. Alaquan Harris.
Alaquan Harris says hello.
Wow.
Just came down the line of scrimmage, and here we go, Coach.
He had a free
No one
run
touched
right
him.
at him, boy.
Something had to give, and it wasn't Alaquan Harris.
They ran a good stunt, or there was some mix-up in the offensive block scheme of Indian Valley.
Grady Kinsey on the receiving end of that hit. Kinsey pops up. He's in the backfield again, but Alaquan Harris with the biggest hit perhaps in the game as Colton Thomas throws it out of bounds. Intended receiver, number 34 for Indian Valley. That is Brogan Bircher, but it is incomplete, and that has been for Indian Valley fans, that has been the all too frequent look of a pass play. There, Colton Thomas comes back. He has no time, has to hurry, and literally is throwing the ball away so he doesn't get a sack or perhaps an interception.
You're down 3 scores. You can't be methodical because you don't have that kind of time. But every time you drop back to pass, the pressure of this Big Red defense just doesn't give them the opportunity.
Thomas looks down the field, has a man, and it's incomplete. Looked like he had it. Micah Mitchell was there for. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, let's see what he calls it first.
That's an incomplete pass. Now, they don't have replay, but that is an incomplete pass.
He's calling it incomplete.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought for a minute he was going to call it a completion and then a fumble.
Yeah. We'll take a look here on the replay.
Yeah.
Throws it up, has his man, and right there just can't quite hang on to it.
Yeah.
Micah Mitchell came over and distracted the receiver, and then the ball came loose. Gavin Henry, number 27, the intended receiver.
Fourth down and 12 from the 14-yard line.
On away, and it is going to take, it's like a wedge shot. A little backspin on the wedge, comes back to about the 34-yard line. So Big Red, first and 10 from the Indian Valley 34-yard line. We're going to take a timeout. Back with more right after this. 28-7, Big Red on top, third quarter. Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals game. Smitty Flores first down for Big Red. Xavier Falks has it. He picks up a couple. Quake Beatty, number 24, credited with a stop. Hill pump fake, looking for Ivan Buggs down the sideline. Buggs! And it is incomplete. Just a touch behind. It may have gone off the shoulder pad or the helmet of Ivan Buggs. Ivan Buggs with a great reception earlier in the game for a touchdown. Second score of the game for Big Red back in the first quarter.
Yeah, he ran a nice route. Looked like he's running the out route, turned it up, turned it into a wheel route, and just didn't hang on to the football. Well thrown ball by Peyton Hill.
Peyton Hill rolls to the far side, stops, looks down low, finds a receiver, Sims, and Sims will have a first down as he steps through for a couple more yards. Fine extra effort by both the quarterback and receiver on that play, Coach.
Yeah, Peyton Hill, buying time, trying to find the open receiver, and then when he did, just fought Tyleek Sims to get the first down. We'll see the replay there. Look how patient he is. Pulling the ball down, and he finds the open receiver.
Sims goes in motion for Big Red. Fake the handoff to Gavin Muzica. Hill, plenty of time. Looks outside, and it is, almost picked off. And it may have been a race to the end zone. The intended receiver stopped on that play by Gavin Henry, who stepped in front of the football. Looked like he had an interception in his hands, couldn't hold on to it, and it falls incomplete as we take a look at the replay.
Stepped in front, good defense. Cold nights like this, sometimes your hands just can't hang on to that football.
They'll bring up second down and 10 for Steubenville Big Red. A ball at the Indian Valley 20-yard line. I formation in the backfield. Bozica dots the I. Hopkins the fullback. Sims goes in motion. Will be Bozica. Not a lot of running room, but a little second effort, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play before he stopped. Coach, 72. 72. That's the number of Big Red wins in the postseason. 72. That is fifth all-time in the state of Ohio in the postseason. Big Red 72-30 all-time.
Wow.
4 state championships. Marion Local 93 wins. Newark Catholic 86. Coldwater 86. Cleveland St. Ignatius was 78. Big Red looking for their 73rd playoff win. A win tonight, that 73rd, would put them into the state semifinals. Right now they sit at 72. Gavin Muzica says, I want 73. Get out of the way. He's down to about the 15-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down at 5 and perhaps a field goal opportunity, or does Big Red go for it? Fourth down and 5. Big look there, Bozica. Weird Medical Center, Breast Care Center, Pink Zone. Bozica and Falks in the backfield with Peyton Hill. And it'll be Falks on the carry, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down yardage needed for Big Red. So Indian Valley will take over first and 10 from about their own 12-yard line. Under a minute to go in the third quarter of play in this regional final. Ohio Division IV, Region 15 championship between Steubenville Big Red and Indian Valley. And these two teams have met once before. It was also a regional championship game back in 2013. I believe the final was 17-10. Big Red came away with a win in that one. The Big Red in great position to win a second straight game over Indian Valley, up 28-7 with under a minute to play in the third quarter. And the only offense that Indian Valley really was able to generate was off of a turnover from Big Red, and then a Colton Thomas touchdown run from about 12 yards out as Gavin Henry is forced out of bounds, number 27.
It was about a 2-yard loss off the toss sweep. The speed of this Big Red defense just, looked like a play was going to develop to the perimeter. Ran it down.
Henry, loss of 2.
Speed and size.
Second down at 12.
Big and fast. That's a good combination.
Coach, you got to thank the Saints Club again.
No.
They did a great job.
Oh.
They laid out some good food
Some
here in the press
magnificent
box.
food.
And Thomas to Henry, and Henry on his feet. He'll have about 3 or 4 yards on the play before he is stopped. Ostovich and Smith there on the stop, along with a host of other tacklers. But the St. Clairsville Boosters, I'm assuming the Saints Club is the Boosters Club for St. Clairsville. Very proud to show off their press box, their facilities, and top notch.
Treated us very, very well up here.
Third and 5, clock inside, 15 seconds now left in the third quarter. Thomas to throw. He throws his hand up. I have nowhere to throw the ball. That is gotta be one of the worst feelings as a quarterback. You're rolling out. You literally throw your hands up on the play. Everybody in the stadium knows you have no one to throw the football to.
Had good coverage and good pressure out of the front. It just had nothing to do but throw the ball away, which was a smart choice.
He felt like a man on an island.
Yep.
I've got nowhere to go.
Where to go?
Did he feel for him? I mean, Thomas and the Braves have played hard all game long. They've just been overmatched. Suckoch takes the football, downs it, fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for Big Red at the 38-yard line of Indian Valley. 2.2 seconds left in the third quarter, Coach.
Yep.
Be interesting, Coach, to see with the final quarter, you're up 3 scores. Is that enough to, you put one in here and maybe you start to take some starters out, or be interesting.
Big Red uses so many people anyhow. Who's the starter, who's not the starter.
Yep,
Yeah.
Ty Pierce on the reception. It's going to take us to the fourth quarter of play. And welcome back to St. Clairsville, the site of tonight's Ohio Division IV Region 15 regional final game between Steubenville Big Red and Indian Valley. Big Red has dominated this game, and they lead at 28-7. Could be 28-0. Turnover that turned into points for Indian Valley. The only scoring, and Indian Valley had the ball at about the Big Red 15-yard line when they took that possession of that ball to get in for the score. Right now, Big Red looking to ice this game, if it's not already iced, as Indian Valley has not been able to generate on the offense, but Big Red has done what they've needed to do this evening, and Gavin was eager, Coach, with another 4 or 5 yard gain on first down, or pardon me, on second down. Lee Anthony Sewell splits to the far side. Smith will come in motion. Hand off to Bozika, looking for first down yardage, and he will have it. Down. I thought he had it easily. It looks like it's going to be closer than I thought.
He got it.
But he gets it. First down, Steubenville Big Red.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Peyton Hill in the huddle. Also Sims coming into the huddle. Somebody checks out. And that will be Smith that checks out, I believe. It's like cheating, Coach. I looked through the window instead of the monitor. Peyton Hill has Sewell. Lee Anthony Sewell down to about the 10-yard line. Still on his feet before he is taken down at the 12. 6'2", 180-pound junior, Lee Anthony Sewell.
Big Red's got a lot of big receivers.
Yep.
They're so hard to deal with out in open space. So powerful.
Peyton Hill heads into the huddle with the play. Big Red can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. They are now in the Weird Medical Center, Breast Care Center, pink zone. Hopkins and Bozika in the backfield in an I formation. Sims will come in motion. Hand off Bozika across the 10, 5-yard line, still on his feet. Powers down to about the 2-yard line. They're going to mark him down back at the 4. I think he was that close to the sideline, Coach, at the 4-yard line.
May have stepped down.
Yeah. Take another look at it here on the Bills throwing replay.
It's your outside power and a lot of good blockers in front of him.
Ovac straight ahead, stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe leans ahead for a little bit after the play. A little extra pushing and shoving. Jackson Bircher not happy, one of the Big Red blockers. Third and 3. Pick up the first down at the 1-yard line. Sims breaks the eye. And now it's Ostovich. Ostovich, touchdown, Big Red. Flag on the play. Peyton Hill not happy. Indication that'll be against Steubenville Big Red. Holding. Holding penalty. Demetrius Lease, he's not happy about that call. His number was called. He said, "Wait a minute." You can see him motion was no, it wasn't my arm. I didn't do it. Not happy at all. All right, so Steubenville Big Red backed up to the 3rd down situation, 3rd and 13. Peyton Hill swings it outside. Ivan Bugs, touchdown Bugs. 2nd touchdown of the night. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown.
When we see it again, you see Big Red shortened their splits, made it look like a run play, and fake the run game, play action pass, and found him in the end zone, slipping out of the backfield.
Bugs gets it, has it, and he is in the end zone for the 2nd time this evening. Touchdown, Big Red. And now we have kickers running onto the field. Aiden Manning will hold, and Hayden Hicks is on to attempt the extra point. And now we have a timeout called by the officials. And someone's being sent off the field. Looks like Peyton Gorby, number 52. Maybe an equipment issue? That's the only thing I think it would be, Coach, an equipment issue.
As far as I can see,
back into the ball game. Smith the snap. Hayden Manning the hold. Hayden Hicks the kick. Snap is good. Spot is down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Hayden Hicks knocks it through, and Big Red leads it 35-7. Here in the 4th quarter, regional championship game. Welcome back, everybody. If I sound like I have a Werther's original in my mouth, I may, because Coach, he's the Candyman, so to speak.
All right.
He shows up, and all of a sudden, there's Werther's originals of all sorts all over the table. So I thought maybe during the timeout I'd have enough time to finish that, but apparently not. So we have the American Consolidated Natural Resources Incorporated kickoff. 9:22 to go. Big Red on top, 35-7. Hayden Hicks will kick off for Steubenville Big Red. Ivan Bugs from Peyton Hill. 2nd touchdown reception of the night for Ivan Bugs. Big Red on top. Good strong kickoff, takes a bounce inside the 10-yard line. Big Red's cover team down in time to bring Gavin Henry, I believe, number 27. Indeed it was, Gavin Henry, number 27, down at the 15-yard line. Mr. Ruta first down for Indian Valley. Timeout, Big Red.
Probably see a lot of new numbers out here that we hadn't seen earlier in the game.
Good time. Good time to make the change.
You send your
That
defense
third-
out on the
yep.
field. You wait and see what the offense is going to do. If they start replacing, then you replace.
And again, Coach, we mentioned it last week against Columbus East. Just invaluable experience
Great.
for the backups because these are the players next year that you're going to need to lean on. And they have an opportunity to play in a playoff game, a high-stakes playoff game, a regional championship game. And then just to get to play in it this year because you get to play in it and all of a sudden that trophy feels a little bit heavier, a little bit weightier because the ball's on the ground and Big Red has it. Alquan Harris, number 36, gets the fumble recovery. Oh, wait a minute. Is that number 30 or 36?
I thought it was 36.
All right, Alquan Harris, number 36.
Well, we'll see now for sure.
Take a look at the replay here.
Good, nice strip.
59.
First down.
Caden Montgomery, number 59, really got a piece of that football coming through the line of scrimmage.
Did a nice job stripping it.
Aiden Manning, number 14, in at quarterback. Minifield takes the handoff, and he's going to be stacked up on first down.
Number 28, Taylor Winfield.
And Big Red's backups going against the Indian Valley starters on defense. And Indian Valley starters, it's Indian Valley doesn't necessarily have the depth to you replace everybody and
Right.
okay. So their starter's still in as Aiden Manning goes back into the huddle to play. Chaplin splits out to the left side for 83. Minifield again. And he is stopped after a short gain. Dorian Thorne, we called his name earlier before, number 45. I do not have a 62 on my roster. I apologize. Noah West, number 54 in the ball game. Kylie Hopkins, number 30, also in the ball game, 31. Fullback Douglas, and he's in front of Minifield. Minifield will take the handoff. Stacked up again at the line of scrimmage. Miles Cooper, number 63 in the ball game for Steubenville Big Red. Oh, so we're getting a little closer to the finish line. This open window is not really helping.
No, it's not. You can see the wind starting to pick up a little towards the down.
But all in all, Coach,
Been comfortable.
Other than cold,
Yep.
not bad. And I would imagine for the players down on the field, especially if you're on the field the majority of the time, your adrenaline's pumping, you're moving, so really not an issue. I take a dry, cold night over if this was a rainy, cold night, and that's pass interference.
Wow. Behind the line
of scrimmage.
Behind
okay.
the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Good call, ref.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't like that call.
I don't either.
Yeah, the ball's thrown forward. It's a forward pass. Doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah. right, 1st and 10 for Indian Valley. Faulkner in at quarterback. Gavin Henry, number 27, tries to get the edge. Minifield there to make the stop. Did a good job, Coach. Disciplined, played the edge, stayed outside.
Looks like Indian Valley's in no hurry now to come out of the huddle.
Resigned to finish the season in the regional finals.
Right.
And an outstanding year for Indian Valley. Absolutely outstanding.
Very good football team.
Again, Coach Lancaster told me as the ball's on the ground, it's still loose. Ball's still on the ground, and it is still on the ground. And now it's Big Red football.
It is Big Red football.
Aiden Manning.
Looked like no one was going to recover.
And
for
he
a
shouldn't
while.
run too far because he's the quarterback. He needs to go back and take the snaps.
Here we'll see it again.
That just kind of kept moving. All right. It's down on the ground.
At the exchange.
All right, between the legs.
Yep, kick it backwards.
That's okay. Now
I don't want
Who's
it.
got it? I don't know.
Who's
Between
got
the
it?
legs again. And there's Aiden Manning.
Came out.
Found the Easter egg.
There you go.
Like you said, Manning went over to celebrate on the sidelines. Like, hey, big fella, you got to go back
Get
in and
back
take
in.
snaps. Sure, he didn't forget, but just over celebrating. Coach was 6:08 to go. As Big Red is in the American Medical Center, Breast Care Center pink zone. Midfield finds the lane and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Big Red.
He's a good back.
Minifield with a touchdown, and Mr. Reuter touchdown, and Big Red increases their lead to 41-7.
Did a great job. Got caught up in traffic. Slowed it down a bit. Found the opening and accelerated and went into the end zone. We're going to see it here on the replay. Watch him see the congestion here. He's going to slow down, make the cut back.
Beautiful run.
Yep.
Sometimes those 10-yard runs are as pretty as the ones that go 70. Oh, and 70. Camden Daly, number 72, broke his leg earlier this season. And he has worked his way back, and he's going to get onto the field as starter. We saw him in the academic photo with all the group of 7. And he's got a chance to see some game action right here on this conversion attempt for Steubenville Big Red. I think I can see a smile from here from the camera.
Yeah. Good player.
Very good player. Very good player. Looks like Big Red's going to take a knee. We're going to take a timeout. We're back with more right after this. Steubenville Big Red leading the title game 41-7, and Ohio running clock rules. Second half of the game, point differential reaches 30 points or more. Game clock only stops for these items: official timeout, team timeout, change of possession, end of a quarter, team scores, extended delay. Game clock goes back to normal operation if there is less than a 30-point differential. There will be a quiz at the end of the game on this format. Coach, with about 6:02 to go, I'm thinking this one's pretty much in the books for Big Red.
Yep. I would say.
As you move ahead, you enjoy this celebration, you enjoy this trophy presentation, but you're back to work next week because now it's the state semifinal. How do you move ahead with what comes next?
Well, I don't think that'll be very hard for Coach Sakosh. You tell the kids enjoy it for the rest of the weekend. Monday, come out, put that one in the vault. It's yours. Nobody takes it away from you. But we got to move forward now.
Is this is it a benefit for a team like Big Red? They normally play on Fridays. So now you play a Saturday night. You have a Sunday as your off day. Monday is almost another off day. You're watching film, doing some running, getting loose. But then you have Tuesday through Friday, so it's a little bit of a different setup. So maybe you can put that behind you a little bit easier.
Yeah, you come out of the weekend Sunday, no matter when you're starting your practice, and it gives you the extra day. So there is some advantage there. I always like playing our playoff games on Saturdays. In West Virginia, we had a choice, and I always played Saturdays. So I like the day.
Gavin Henry on the carry, and he is out close to the 40-yard line before he is stopped. Bill's towing replay. Here we take a look at it. Gavin Henry is going to find a little bit of a seam. Looked like Aiden Manning got a little bit of attack and tripped him up. Coach, what, as you went through postseason runs, what was the easiest and toughest thing to do from week to week with your team?
Well, it was always easy playoff. It's a completely different energy. Your kids know the importance. The kids are having fun. And I think is that one of the hardest things is for the coaches to realize that the kids got to have a little fun with this, enjoy this. It's not just business. It is fun. You've earned your way there. Let's enjoy it.
It's interesting as you say that. I talked with Coach Suckotch earlier this week, and he said, he goes, now during the week, when you're in school, be a student.
That's it.
Have fun,
That's
enjoy it. But when you're at practice, I need you to be focused for 2 hours.
Yep.
Focused as you can get for those 2 hours, and then go back to being a student and enjoying yourself and enjoying, what's going on around you.
You got to make it a fun thing. You've earned your way there. It's special to be there. The atmosphere, everybody's excited for you. So enjoy that time. You know the importance, but do enjoy it.
And again, had the opportunity to talk to Coach Suckotch. You mentioned this earlier in the game. He said, you'll have 1,000 opportunities in your lifetime. And for this team, this edition of Big Red Football 2022, they had an opportunity to win a regional title.
And they did.
And regional title is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
So congratulations to Big Red. Now, can they take the next 2 steps and get a state title as well? But a regional title, absolutely fantastic accomplishment. It sets you up for the next couple of weeks, but you got to take it one step at a time.
Yeah, the next 4 teams, everybody's going to be good, and anybody could win it.
Oh, big hit coming through, making the stop. Cale Simmons, 27. Take another look at this one, Coach.
Yep. Nice tackle.
Clock moving, running clock, as we mentioned before. Big Red now up over 30 points, 41-7. Grady Kinsey on the carry, the freshman.
Yeah, this Indian Valley team plays a lot of young kids. They have a good future in front of them.
And if you're Indian Valley, Coach, 10-win season.
Pretty good.
I would imagine you don't have to have too much of a pep talk. Say, hey, you go in a locker room, we got beat tonight. We got beat by a better team.
You got beat by a better team.
But you had an outstanding season.
Yep.
Let's get ready to go for next year.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Congratulate your whole team, especially your seniors and your young ones. They have another opportunity next year.
Bottom line, Coach, Big Red just too big, too fast, too strong.
Just a better football team.
A better football team from top to bottom.
Nice play. And you like
West on the stop.
You like seeing this, your backups are in and they're playing hard and they're doing the right things. They're disciplined. You can tell they've been coached. The coaches don't only just take care of the first liners; they're taking care of everybody on the team.
And Big Red will take over 1st and 10. Clock stops for a moment as they reset the ball at the 45-yard line of Indian Valley. But this one, for all intent and purposes, is over. As the Big Red timeout as they're trying to shuffle players on and off. And I think maybe, I don't know, get some freshmen on for a snap or two. You never know. Reno's calling. Looks like he's calling everyone off the field at this point.
Let's get as many in as you possibly can.
Coach, you have the helmets with no S on the side. You know what that means?
That means they're freshmen.
Freshmen are out there.
Freshmen are there.
And you know what? It's a fantastic sign if you're a Big Red football fan, because that means this is in control. We're getting everybody some playing time.
And it's exciting for those freshmen to say
absolutely.
They played in the regional championship game.
Absolutely. Hand off to number 18. We do not have a number 18. Clock moving down inside of a minute to go. Coach, it's been a pleasure again tonight.
It's always a pleasure.
Really, really enjoy it. Clock keeps running inside 40 seconds now, and we'll see what the play clock's at. Play clock's already started. One more play. You just take a knee.
That's it.
That's all you would have to do.
Congratulate each other and get ready for next week.
Final play of the game here at St. Clairsville between Big Red and Indian Valley. And Big Red is going to win the Ohio Division IV Region 15 Regional Championship with a 41-7 win over Indian Valley. It's a special edition of the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals. Big Red wins it 41-7. And Coach, some final thoughts on this ball game and Big Red moving on to the state semifinals.
I thought we had two good football teams out here, but obviously the better team won. Big Red is a better football team, a little more physical, just better in most aspects of the game this evening. Now, Big Red has the opportunity to move on, and let's root for them next week and hope they make it to the week after.
And you saw a trophy down on the field as they will make a presentation. And Big Red celebrating out near midfield, running over to their fans. And traditionally, Big Red will head over to the stands and sing the alma mater. They may wait today. Usually Coach Suckotch will gather everyone, have some final thoughts before they head to the locker room. But you can see, Coach, a team that is just thrilled with their accomplishment of winning the regional championship. And why not? Like we said before, you can only win 2 trophies. And you have to win the first one to get to the second one. And Big Red has done that again. I believe 19 regional titles.
I mean, that's just outstanding. And this one is so well deserved. They played so well tonight and made one mistake down there with the fumble. But besides that, played pretty mistake-free football.
And play of the game, trained to electrify, IBW. And here we go, right off the bat. Xavier Falks, up the middle, cuts it to the outside. Now he's off to the races, across the 50, across the 40, 30. He's going to spin here at about the 20. Ball comes loose and bounces right into the hands of Ty Pierce, who goes in for the touchdown. Big Red was on the board on their first possession, and that is your play of the game. And that is a good look at the head coach, Reno Suckotch. the all-time winningest coach in Ohio high school football history. And tonight he wraps up a 19th regional championship. And earlier this season, Coach, he collected that win for the all-time record in wins. And immediately after the game, he said, "This is out of the way. Let's root for the 2022 edition of Big Red."
I happened to talk to him about the same time, and he said a very similar thing to me. Let's move forward now.
On their first possession, and that is your play of the game. And that is a good look at the head coach, Reno Suckoch, the all-time winningest coach in Ohio high school football history. And tonight he wraps up a 19th regional championship. And earlier this season, Coach, he collected that win for the all-time record in wins. And immediately after the game, he said, "This is out of the way. Let's root for the 2022 edition of Big Red."
I happened to talk to him about the same time, and he said a very similar thing to me. Let's move forward now.
And there is a look at the trophy. State representative will bring it over and present it to, I believe, the Big Red seniors. Spencer Osovich can't wait to get his hands on that. Phaeton Hill as well. And Big Red. Congratulations to Steubenville Big Red on the regional championship as they celebrate in St. Clairsville tonight as they win it by a score of 41-7.
Ready, break.